Imagine a land where winter lasts half the year, the sun vanishes for months, and kingdoms were forged not from gold, but from courage and the sea. This is medieval Scandinavia, a world of icy fjords, endless forests, and gods who once walked among mortals. While most of Europe had kings in castles and priests in cathedrals, the North was still wild. It was the age of sagas, longships, and warriors whose names would echo for 1,000 years. But this story isn't just about Vikings. It's about how a pagan world embraced Christianity, how tribes became nations, and how a harsh landscape shaped one of history's most fascinating societies. Our story begins around the year 1000, as the Viking raids faded. The old gods, Odin, Thor, Freya, still held sway, but a new force was rising from the south, Christianity. To survive in a Christian Europe, Scandinavian kings knew they had to adapt. This wasn't just about faith, it was about power, alliances, and trade. The first Christian kings were strategists. Harald Bluetooth of Denmark united his people and introduced Christianity by decree. He claimed to have made the Danes Christian, though many likely kept a hammer of Thor hidden away. His legacy lives on today in the wireless technology Bluetooth, named for his ability to connect people just as the tech connects devices. Norway's path was bloodier. King Olaf Tryggvason spread the faith with the sword, burning villages that resisted. But the old spirit didn't just vanish, it blended. Crosses were carved with runic patterns, and saints took on the roles of ancient gods. By the 12th century, the North had joined medieval Europe, but it hadn't lost its edge. The sea remained its road, its enemy, and its destiny. The Viking spirit of exploration simply changed direction, from raiding to trading. In Iceland, this spirit turned to words. Scribes began writing down the epic sagas, tales of heroes, gods, and blood feuds. These stories, like the saga of Egil Skallagrimsson, preserve the voice of a culture that valued both strength and poetry, war and words. By the 13th century, Scandinavia had fully entered the European stage. Monarchies solidified, cathedrals rose, and laws were written. The Scandinavians, once the feared pagans of Europe, even became crusaders themselves, launching brutal campaigns to Christianize the Baltic peoples. Then, the Black Death swept through, wiping out entire villages and shaking society to its core. Yet out of this devastation came transformation. In 1397, Queen Margrethe V united Denmark, Norway, and Sweden into the Kalmar Union, forging a northern empire. The medieval North had blossomed. Majestic stave churches, carved from wood with dragon-headed roofs, echoed old myths while serving a new faith. Writers like Snorri Sturluson preserved the Norse myths in the prose Edda, ensuring Odin and Thor would be remembered not as gods, but as timeless stories. So when you think of the Middle Ages, don't just picture knights and castles. Think of silent fjords, sagas whispered by firelight, and a world where the last echoes of the gods met the first light of the modern age. What do you think? Was Scandinavia's transformation a triumph of progress or a loss of something ancient and pure? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this journey, be sure to subscribe for more hidden histories. Thanks for watching.